Welcome back to the Gen X Gamer, guys. I took a little time off because I've been going to school. That's right, I went back to school to get my teaching credential and been having a lot of fun. One of the things I did was take my first course in Japanese, so I took it with the Genki course so I can play all those great import games from Japan, and now I'm going to start with Japanese from zero. Let's see how it goes with that. So, little update. I'm going to start making videos again. I took 5 classes this semester. That was a big mistake. I'm not going to let that happen again. I'm down to 3 for the summer and 3 in the fall, and that's it. I'm done. And hopefully everything will go well. I got a 3.559 GPA. So, not too bad, right, guys? Well, let's get started with the video. You know, it's Father's Day, right? And maybe you have a father that likes gaming, doesn't have any games, you don't know what to get him. You know, when it comes to Father's Day, you know, saying Happy Father's Day is great. You know, it's nice that you guys remember. Me being a father, you know, I always like it when my kids remember Father's Day, especially now that they're grown. They remember their good old dad, but it's nice to get a gift once in a while, right? And especially a gift that somebody took the time and effort to think about something really good to give dad or something they really like. So if you have a father that enjoys video games, there are so many things you can buy out there. But there are a few things, especially if your dad is from my generation, that he might enjoy more than others. Now, I have 4 great ideas for you, 4 of them, and they range in budget, okay? So let's start off with number 1. Okay, number 1 is, that's right, the Classic Edition Super Nintendo, the Mini. I'm not saying the Nintendo because that's not going to be out till the 29th, so you know it's not going to be here in time. But this is great. You know, it'll bring back memories. He can play it on the go. If you just want him to reminisce for that one day and you just want to watch him play, he can enjoy it. Great, you know, this is a great choice. 30 games, the classics are there. I mean, I don't have to tell you guys about it. You already know what it is, but trust me, if you're a Gen X gamer like myself, maybe your dad's in his mid-40s, early 50s, you really enjoy this. The Super Nintendo is what we were waiting for with the NES, you know, the cut above. The Super Nintendo, I remember when it came out and I saw the first Super Mario, it was like, what? I mean, Mario was great, don't get me wrong, but the difference in graphics, for us at the time, it was great. Now remember, guys, don't view it through your eyes of today. I mean, the graphics today are vastly superior, of course, but for us, just seeing that type of graphic brings back so many memories, as nostalgia, and it's just really great to see. And for 79 bucks, which is usually what this runs, you know, you can't go wrong. You will give your dad, if he enjoys, you know, classic video games, retro games, he'll have a great time. That's choice number 1. Choice number 2. What if your dad was a Game Boy player? He always talks about his Game Boy. I used to take it everywhere, and maybe he does like to game, you know, and he just, you know, like most dads, would never buy it for himself. One thing about us dads is, you know, once you have kids, you tend to think about them first, and you go without. And trust me, your dad probably, if you had a semi-decent dad, went without a few things. I know I was a young father, and I couldn't buy everything that I wanted at the time because, you know, you just couldn't. You know, it wasn't in the budget. But, you know, we did have a few, but the ones that came afterwards are more with the kids in mind. Not all the time, but, you know, some of the time, right? But if your dad enjoys gaming and for whatever reason he hasn't been able to get back into it because of, you know, the budget or whatever, but you know he enjoys gaming and specifically enjoy the Game Boy, then I would recommend this little fellow over here, the 2DS. Not the 3DS, and I'll tell you why. For us old folk, or more seasoned players, the 3D is a little much. For most. Not for everybody. For most. We're just not used to it. And especially if he's coming back into gaming, you don't want to give him something that's too foreign. What could you give him is the 2DS, right, which is vastly superior to the, the original DSs that came out, of course, in my opinion, because of the screen, because of the feel, especially the rubber feel, and this one's really good. And it's something that he can pick up and pick up quickly. You don't have to worry about him adjusting the screen or messing up his eyes. As we get older in age, our eyes start to go, and 3D might not be the best thing for us. Or if he uses glasses or what have you, he doesn't want to see the reflection. It doesn't matter. With the 2DS, that's not a problem. And my suggestion is you buy like a Namco collection or some sort of retro collection, depending on what his age is. But Namco, you should be pretty safe. The Pac-Mans, the Galagas, Galaxian. If he's from that generation, trust me, especially with Midway arcade hits, that would be a great gift. And you'll get him back into gaming, right? Great choice, right? This one's a little bit more. Well, what if your dad has some old cartridges, but doesn't have an old, like a new TV, right? You can't play it. They're sitting around. He keeps them because of nostalgia, but he doesn't really play them. What if he could play them? Here we go. The Retron 5. Now there's other systems. If your dad just has Super Nintendos or Nintendos or Sega, whatever, you can have the Retron 3. But the 5 you're pretty covered with. If you want to buy him some old games, shoot, you can get like a Sonic. If he was a Sega Genesis guy or a Mario guy, you can get him any of those cartridges, plug them in here, and play them on your HD TV. Now, if the only reason he's not gaming is because he doesn't have a system to game on, he doesn't like today's games because they're incomplete, or he just doesn't like CDs, he enjoys the cartridges. You'd be surprised how many folks never went to CD. They stuck with their cartridges, and after the Nintendo 64, that was it for them. They never went back to a game system again. But they do enjoy their games, and they would go back and play a cartridge game. So this is a great choice. It runs about $139 new. At least at GameStop, that's what I got this for. This was my birthday. You can buy it used for a little bit less, and you can get a Sega Genesis card for $5. A Sonic, if he's into that, or if he already has the games, he just puts them in, plug it into your TV, and you're done. Great idea, right? Well, what if your dad is a gamer? He loves gaming today, but he only has a PS3 maybe, or a PS4. Well, you know what I'm going to say. The Switch. It's a little bit more, but if your dad deserves it, trust me, he will be happy with this. This system has a retro feel to it, and it's hard to explain. Is it because of the Joy-Cons? Is it because of the colors, especially this one? I mean, I love this color scheme. Who knows? I mean, I can't say off the top of my head all the reasons why I enjoy this game more than anything else. And I have to catch myself because I don't want to just play one system. I have other systems and I have other games, and I don't want to favor this one over the others. Now, if he was a real good dad, or maybe there's a bunch of you kids and you can all chip in, if he was a good dad and he thinks he deserves it, hey, you know what? Get him the Nintendo Switch. But you have all kinds of options, right? Those are 4 that I'm giving you that are, in different budgets and great for a dad who deserves it. Now, to all the dads out there watching me, happy Father's Day. And make sure that you tell your dad how special he is to you, how much he means to you, and be thankful that you have him around to thank. Alright guys, that's the video for today. Gen X Gamer, signing out. Take care.